Well, how y'all doing today? It's Monday. Yep, it's Monday. I was kind of informed by my IT guy that I skipped over Sunday's post, so I want to get it right. We're back to work. Everybody's getting back in the groove. It's Monday. How you like that shirt? Teach Peace. That's a great shirt. That is a great shirt. That's what we need to do. This came from Bella Side out in Somerville, Massachusetts. I got a lot of people up in Massachusetts. Like I told y'all before, that's my mother's home state. Proud of it. But we have a lot of the Pretty Shitty Band. They're up near you too, Bella. So take a listen if you can. We appreciate them fellas too. So what's going on today? Well, old Gorsuch became Supreme Court member today. Got sworn in up there at the White House. Old Trumpy boy. He's up there giving his speech right before he gets sworn in. And guess what? He read it again, every word. I swear, Donald, is there anything in there that you can say on your own accord? I mean, anything that might come stumbling out of your mouth? No, I don't think so. You had to read the piece of paper again. And it just shows so blatantly just how ignorant you are. The only time he paused in there and got off script was when he reminded everybody and patted himself on the back saying, I did this in the first 100 days. You didn't do shit. You submitted the name that the Republicans told you to submit. That's it. That was your total extent of your duty there, buddy. You just tossed out the name. You can thank Mitch McConnell and all the cotton-picking Republicans on there for giving him your man. That's about it. You can't take no credit for this, so quit trying. Sitting up there smiling like a monkey just ate a banana. I swear, you're just so thin-skinned and so obviously self-glorifying asshole that the world could see it, and it's just pitiful to keep on seeing. Well, Rex Tillerson is on his way over to Russia. Now, I wonder what that meeting's going to be like. Because old Rex just the other day said that this missile attack puts Russia in one of two categories. Either they're incompetent or they're complacent with the missile strike. I mean, with the gas strike. That's the two choices. They're either complacent with it, they helped with it, or they're just so ignorant they didn't know what was going on. I don't think they're ignorant. I think Russia had plenty to do with that gas attack. Stir that pot up. Get that talk away from the Russian involvement with the Trump campaign. And we ain't going to let that go. That's the gold nugget, I think. That's what we're going to hit and go, aha, here you go. Our president is nothing but a cheap sellout to Russia. That's what I think anyway. Y'all can think any way you want. But, Russia just seems to be has the strings on old Donald, and he's going to end up doing a dance for him. But we're going to see, so let's stay tuned. There's a lot more going on in that area, and we need to pay attention. Well, I want to give out a shout out to my District 27 of Texas Congressman Blake Farenthold. That's my guy. No, Blake, he don't do a whole lot of anything. Blake likes to stay in the background and keep his mouth shut and try to hide from everybody. You don't see him up there on Capitol Hill talking to reporters when there's important issues around. He doesn't want to get involved in that. But I did notice that there's an old boy coming up for his seat, Jason Lewis. I believe is going to be the guy that's going to try to unseat their old Blake Farenthold. Now, Blake got voted in during that Tea Party crap. And this last time he got reelected, the first thing he did, he was involved with that group of congressmen running up there in the middle of the night, around midnight or so, trying to vote away the House Ethics Oversight Committee. And I've always had that big question there. Blake, why would you do that? Why would you want to do away with the House Ethics Oversight Committee? Unless you're doing something unethical, well, you ought to be backing them people, trying to find out, make sure our government's doing the right thing. But you're not interested in that. You just soon see them people go. Anyway, that's another big reason to get rid of your ass. I seen where you wrote some letter to one of your constituents who was asking about the wage disparity between men and women. And you blew it off as there's no such thing really. Old Farenthold thinks that the only problem is that, women They earn less because, well, they take time to go to college. That's bullshit. Men and women go to college. Last time I looked, the whole campus was full of all of them. You idiot. But anyway, he said, well, women have kids, you know, they get pregnant, they get kids, and they can't do as much for the workforce. Kiss my ass. How much more blatant can you throw in a woman's face? Oh, well, you have kids, we can't pay you as much. Kiss off, you little round thing, you. We're going to get rid of your ass. I really hope so. I'm going to work as much as I can to get rid of him, because he's just a sore sight when you go to look at him, seeing them posters around town with him in his pajamas and big old belly sticking out with a big gap in his tooth. I don't know what he is, Alfred E. Newman or something. I don't know. He acts like it. Like I say, you never see him. He hides all the time. You're not going to find him up there, so I want to get him moved out of there. Get somebody in there that actually cares about the people. And Texas is going to have to get rid of this gerrymandering shit and redraw these district lines, because that's exactly where all this shit came from. Republicans redrawing the lines like horseshoes and all that shit we talked about just to get their men in the news. Now, on YouTube this weekend there, had a little conversation with an old boy out of New Zealand, the codster. And started out looking like me and him was going to disagree. Going back and forth a little bit. By the end of the conversation, we pretty much agreed that we was working on the same piece of paper. And that's the one thing we got to do. We got to reach out to everybody to get them on our side. If they don't agree with you, talk to them. Try to edge them on the way you can. We need those people. And when they don't belong in the United States, I mean, when they're not a member of the United States and everything, well, that doesn't matter. Because people like to talk for the good of all around the country, around the world. If what's good for us here in the United States, we want good for around the world. You know, starving children around the world, refugees from war-torn areas. These are areas that are a common goal around the world, not just us. We all want to care. I got a message from a young lady, Angela. She's in Kabul, Afghanistan. She's a sergeant in the United States Army. And I was very, very, very proud to get a note from her. My heart goes out, my support goes out, and you know my appreciation does too. Our men and women in uniform, they sacrifice every day. Anytime I get to have contact with them, I feel it like it's just a lucky day for me. Now, Bella, she asked a question up there in Somerville, Massachusetts. She wanted to know, how do I make it every day getting through all this, because she was pretty sad. Well, we're all pretty sad about what's going on. But we can't let that get to us on our daily grind. My daily grind has become a lot of fact-checking and news digging and trying to see what I can come up with to talk about the next day, keep y'all happy and keep me interested. And believe me, I am interested in this stuff every day. It's become a labor of love. The comments, the messages, all that stuff, the people I'm working with on the fan page, on Patreon, all this stuff has widened my family so much to include so many, and I'm blessed for it. I'm just tickled to death with it. But we've got room, a whole lot more room for our family to grow. We need to keep this stuff going. So in your area, let me know who's coming up for election. Send me the name and stuff of the congressman or the senator in your area that you want to see get in the news a little bit here. I'm going to keep after mine. Blake Farenthold, he's got to go. And people like Mitch McConnell, they got to go. The names of these people we'll keep repeating to let everybody know these are the scumbags that need to get out of our house. Take that Donald Trump shit, get right on down the road, and go sell that crap somewhere else. So we need to pay attention. And please do, send me those names. I need a little more fact checkers in my life, I reckon, so we can get this information out. I'm going to go ahead and do a little something on the Patreon page today, so it'll be up there later on this afternoon. Y'all have a good one, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. And keep your head up there, Bella. We got lots of things to be happy about in this world. It's a beautiful world. If you don't believe that, go outside, look up at the clouds and the sky and the trees, and they'll let you know. Y'all have a good day, and we'll see you later.